DAZN is the home of boxing, with over 150 live fights a year.
It's over! There's no way back from this, surely!
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
How do you like it? How do you like it?
That is unbelievable.
These guys will be legends in their own country, but also in the international basketball world forever.
That is what sport means. That is what the EuroLeague trophy means.
Are you not entertained?
I'm not supposed to be cheering, but this is X Series. I can do whatever I want.
Everything is difficult in this life, so still you need to be on it.
It all comes down to tonight. Don't miss the biggest night in MMA. PFL is more than a fight.
Catching up on any NFL game is easier than ever before.
Looking to the end zone for the win!
Oh my gosh, one of the great games you'll ever see.
The competition is back, and the UEFA Women's Champions League looks set to be bigger and better than ever before.
It's their time, a night to remember.
The following program is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language, and flashing imagery.
Something that I work on throughout my camp. It's called the Raja. It's super key for me. It's really helped me.
My name is Dr. Dyer Rivera de Genio. RASHA stands for Reciprocal Antenna System for Holographic Activation. Key benefits that athletes can receive is stress relief, relaxation, reduce inflammation, less performance anxiety. If you're interested in upgrading your performance, come visit us at therasha.com or our Instagram.
It's not just a fight. When you step into the ring, it's a test of will, strength, and guts. Bkfc is raw combat at its peak, and to dominate, you need fuel that pushes you beyond your limits. Booked up delivers with the Bkfc pre-workout and energy drink. packed with energy, focus, and strength. It's a bloody game changer. Ready to unleash your inner fighter? Booked up. Bkfc, let's go.
Live on DAZN, Mike Richman defending that title for the very first time against Josh D-Day Dyer. Salt Lake City is a fully loaded card. Richman immediately to the pocket.
I'm the baddest motherfucker around. Win, lose, or draw, I'm coming in there and I'm putting on an exciting fight, and someone's getting knocked out, someone's getting finished.
Mike's going to have to make sure that he's mentally ready for this one because nobody hits like me. I'm going to smash him and he's going to go down. And he's not going to give up. I believe that I'm the best pound-for-pound fighter in the Bkfc, so I'm here to take what's mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are all the way live in beautiful Salt Lake City, and right now inside the Bucked Up Content Creation House. Now, we've been here before, and this is always a loud, crazy crowd. I'm Brian Socia. We never know what's going to pop off. I don't think they heard me. Maybe the mic's not working. I said it's always a loud, crazy crowd. They're ready for fights. They bring the excitement. We bring the savage fights. It's going to be amazing. This is it, man, the weigh-in show. First, you know what we like to do, introduce you to the beautiful, most lovely woman in all combat sports, the Bare Knuckle Bombshell! I told you they like what they see, they like what they hear, so let's keep this going. The man responsible for all this, he's worked long and hard with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, and he's here tonight to oversee everything. It's Mr. David Feldman! And last but certainly not least, to take you through the rest of the chaos tonight with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, he's the man known as Mr. Live Worldwide. Give it up loud for Jeff Houston!
Thank you very much, Brian. And what's going on, Salt Lake City? Wow! We are live worldwide for the Bkfc 74 weigh-in show, and we are at the home of where it means to get bucked up here at the Bucked Up Content House. Tomorrow, our three favorite words are usually to say, let's knuckle up, but I think today we're going to change that to 4, let's get bucked up. What about it, Salt Lake City? It is so good for us to finally be back here in Salt Lake City. Bkfc 74 live worldwide on DAZN. But before we get started on DAZN, we got a preview coming your way that gets kicked off at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. That's going to go out on the Bkfc app, Fubo Sports, and so many other streaming platforms that you can check out on bkfc.com. And we're live to the world exclusively on DAZN, 7 p.m. Mountain Time. Well, we're at the home of Bucked Up, so let's get things started with the first fight tomorrow. And that's going to take place in the lightweight division. First to the scale, his Bkfc record stands at 1 victory opposite a single defeat. From Miami, Florida, by way of Barquisimeto, Venezuela, here is Jim Alexander Pulgar. Jim Alexander Pulgar, 152 even. And his opponent holds an identical Bkfc record, 1 victory opposite a single defeat. from West Haven, Utah, here is Trevor Bradshaw. Trevor Bradshaw, 154 even. Fight number one, Bkfc 74 preview at the Maverick Center tomorrow in the lightweight division. Trevor Bradshaw and Jim Alexander Poolka. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we are completely fueled up by Bucked Up Energy Drink along with Dyer Stout and Blackout Coffee Company. Again, so excited to be back at the Maverick Center, Salt Lake City tomorrow night, Saturday night, Bkfc 74. Next up, we move along to the Cruiserweight division. First to the scale. He steps into the square circle tomorrow, ready for bare knuckle fight number 6. From Ed Couch, Elsa, Texas, here is Eric El Travieso Lozano. Eric Lozano, 204.5. And his opponent holds a Bkfc record standing at 1-0 from Las Vegas, Nevada. Here is Zach Cavender. Zach Cavender, 204 even. This is fight number 2, which will wrap up our preview tomorrow in the Cruiserweight division. Zach Cavender taking on Eric Lozano. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the Bkfc 74 preview you'll be able to see on the Bkfc app, Fubo Sports, DAZN, and for all of the other streaming platforms, visit bkfc.com. Now we move along to the main card, starting off at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, exclusively on DAZN in the women's strawweight division. First to the scale, her Bkfc record stands at 1-0 from Denver, Colorado. Here is Kat Babrocki. Kat Babrocki, 115 even. And her opponent, she holds an overall bare-knuckle fighting record of 3 victories opposite a single defeat, and tomorrow makes her official Bkfc debut. From Anderson, Indiana, here is Shelby Boom Boom Cannon. Shelby Cannon, 115.5. Again, this fight kicking off the main card, 7 p.m. Mountain Time on DAZN in the women's strawweight division. Shelby Cannon taking on Kat Babrocki. All right. Next up, we have the welterweight division. First to the scale. He holds a combined combat sports record of 13 fights and tomorrow makes his Bkfc debut. From the great state of Texas, here is Jeremiah, the Gentleman, Trula. Jeremiah Trular, 164.5. And his opponent holds a Bkfc record at 1-0 from Salt Lake City, Utah, by way of Glendale, Utah. here is Domenico Mad Dog Salas. Domenico Salas, 167.5. Fight number 4 on the main card in the welterweight division. Domenico Salas taking on Jeremiah Trula. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. There is nothing in the world like bare knuckle fighting championship. Everyone knows the old combat saying, one punch can change everything. It has never been more true than when you step in the squared circle with Bkfc. Next up, we move along to the middleweight division. First to the scale. He is an MMA veteran of 37 fights, and tomorrow makes his Bkfc debut. From Baltimore, Maryland, by way of Boa Vista, Roraima, Brazil, here is Jose Naldo Silva. Jose Naldo Silva, 177.5. And his opponent is also an MMA veteran of 26 fights, and tomorrow makes his Bkfc debut. From Layton, Utah, here is Jordan Smith. Jordan Smith, 172.5. For those of you who are keeping count, this is fight number 5 in the middleweight division. Jordan Smith takes on Jose Naldo Silva. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, is a division that you'll be seeing plenty of here at Bkfc 74, and that is the light heavyweight division. First to the scale. He steps into the squared circle tomorrow, ready for bare knuckle fight number 3. From Missoula, Montana, here is Cody, the Bear Killer Byerly. Cody Byerly, 184 even. And his opponent holds an MMA record of 2 fights, and tomorrow makes his Bkfc debut. From Kaysville, Utah, here is Zach Partridge. Let's go, Zach! Zach Partridge, an identical 184 even.
Get you some, Zach.
Fight number 6, Bkfc 74, live on DAZN in the light heavyweight division. Zach Partridge taking on the returning Cody Byerly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next up, you guessed it, the light heavyweight division continues on. First to the scale. He holds a combined combat sports record of 7 fights, and tomorrow makes his Bkfc debut. From Billings, Montana, here is Shane Havoc Victor. Shane Victor, 185.5. And his opponent holds an MMA record of 6 fights, and tomorrow makes his Bkfc debut. From Pleasant Grove, Utah, here is Daniel DJ Dan Gardner. Gardner, 184 even. And this is fight number 7 in the light heavyweight division. The debuting Daniel Gardner taking on the debuting Shane Victor. All right, BKFC fans, the next fight is your feature fight tomorrow in the light heavyweight division. First to the scale, he steps into the squared circle tomorrow, ready to toe the line for the 3rd time. From Miami, Florida, here is Sean Bam Bam Hodesay. Sean Hodesay, 182.5. And his opponent holds a BKFC record of 1 victory opposite a single defeat. From Salt Lake City, Utah, by way of Price, Utah, here is Mike Jones. Mike Jones, 185 even. This is going to be a good one. Your feature fight of the night tomorrow, BKFC 74 in the light heavyweight division. Mike Jones squaring off against Sean Hodesay. Now it's time for the big boys of the heavyweight division in your co-main event. First to the scale, his overall bare-knuckle fighting record stands at 7 fights. From Springfield, Illinois, here is Bobby the Zombie Brents. Bobby Brents, 263 even. And his opponent holds an undefeated BKFC record at 1-0. From Ogden, Utah, here is Ben, the Tongan Nightmare Moa. Ben, 247.5. This is your co-main event tomorrow at the Maverick Center, live on DAZN in the heavyweight division. Ben Moa taking on Bobby Brents. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to get excited with our main event tomorrow for the BKFC World Light Heavyweight Championship. First to the scale, his overall bare-knuckle fighting record stands at 4 victories, opposite a single defeat with 2 no contest. For the 2nd time, he finds himself as the challenger from Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Josh D-Day Dyer. Josh Dyer, 184 even. And his opponent, no stranger to the squared circle, holds a BKFC record, 7 victories opposite 2 defeats, and he is your reigning, defending BKFC World Light Heavyweight Champion from Rosemount, Minnesota, Mike the Marine Richman. the champion, Mike Richman, 183.5. We've been waiting a long time, ladies and gentlemen, for these two to finally match up, and it will happen tomorrow night for the BKFC World Light Heavyweight Championship. The champion, Mike Richman, the challenger, Josh Dyer.
All right. All right, let me talk to the challenger first. Josh, huge opportunity for you, man. You've been in an interim title fight, but now here you are against a guy that you admire in Mike Richman. How are you going to let that dog out when it comes to the main event tomorrow night at the Maverick Center?
You know, the dog just comes out. When I get in the ring, I do my thing. You know, Mike's a freaking great guy. I can't be any happier to be able to be in here with him. Like I said, one of us deserves to have that belt. We're the two best 185ers in the world. I'm happy either way, but we're going to give it our all. It's going to be an amazing time, so don't miss this one.
It's going to be a good one indeed. All right, champ. Mike the Marine Richman, here you are with that first title defense. You got Josh Dyer, like we talk about the friendship thing, but once that bell rings, once you're toeing that line, it all goes out of the way. What can we expect tomorrow night, you and Dyer in the main event?
Well, I think we're both animals, we're both monsters, and once we toe the line together, get through those ropes, it's action, and tomorrow's going to be fucking insane.
Is there any way we go to decision?
Nah, probably not.
There he is, he's your champion, Mike the Marine Richman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap from the Bucked Up Content House for the BKFC 74 weigh-in show. We will see you tomorrow on DAZN, BKFC 74 at the Maverick Center. The free view starts at 6 p.m. BKFC app, Fubo Sports, and DAZN, and then the main card 7 p.m. Mountain Time exclusively on DAZN. Thank you for joining us, and we started with these 4 words. We're going to end with these 4 words. Let's get bucked up!
Bye.